Yo, what is up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck, and you are now tuned into CFO Sports. So if you are new, do us a huge favor. Comment, like, subscribe somewhere down there, and be sure to turn that notification bell to stay updated with all NFL content. Well, it's Friday. Y'all ain't got no jobs. Y'all ain't got nothing to do. And so you guys ain't got no jobs. You ain't got nothing to do but to party with your boy Jay Tuck. So tonight we're gonna do something a little bit new. I got my margaritas. I got some friends with me, and we're gonna run some mock drafts because I know y'all love that draft content. So I had to bring the family out. So CFO gang, give a warm welcome to my family, Camber, Nix, and Professor O in the building. What's going on, everybody?
No, man, let's go.
Good?
Been too long. Draft season, I had to take that decompression time. Hold that up, camera. Somebody. No, that's way too far away from the camera.
Right.
You know what it is. But man, glad to be back, brother. Man, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I had to get you guys on, like I said, because it's draft season. It's my favorite time. And to be honest, this is some of the best draft content y'all gonna get. Camber was just on the show the other night. He killed it. Everyone's like, you gotta have her back. Well, she's already back, just that quick. You guys know my guy Nix always kills it wherever he's at, where he's in the, you just got the spaces, right? Both of y'all did, right?
Yeah,
space. Just continue to keep it flow. And then of course, we got Professor O in the building. The science is in the house, man. So how's everyone doing? It's doom and gloom with Cowboys Nation right now. So first we got to talk about it, right? Because I know Cowboys fans, they're just kind of, So I'm going to go ahead, and before we start, let everyone kind of shout out where people can find them. Camber, I'm going to start with you. Let everybody know where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at TOO_MuchCamber. And like I teased on that last show with Tuck, pretty soon we're going to have something special coming up here very, very soon.
That sounds like an announcement.
Maybe.
Not yet. All right. Nix, tell them where they can find you, my guy.
Man, y'all know what it is, man. Your _guy_Nix, NIX. Y'all know the business. I've been a little low key, talking with maybe somebody around the parameters in here about some things. And I didn't decompress, man. I mean, just keep it a buck, man. After the season and everything, what we went through. And I think a lot of times, and Jay Tuck, and this obviously applies to you as well. Like, I think a lot of people don't understand how much we really put into what we do, on top of just, the fandom and everything else. And, 4 or 5 years into doing this kind of content, 3 years straight of the Cowboys. Hey, man, I needed that supreme decompress. I needed and I tried to get out, and I kind of brought back in with all the different little whatevers, and finally I got a good little stretch. This is the first time I've done an actual live show.
Yeah, we brought him back.
Ended. Tug was like, no, you got
not tonight, man. Not tonight. I had to bring you out. For margaritas.
Like, no, it's time.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. All right. Rest is
Fair
over,
enough.
y'all. That's why I took my rest earlier. I took my rest right after the season. I was like, all right, I'm done.
I tried like you did, but I was like, man, it kept calling me. I couldn't get, but I finally flushed it, and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be with my day ones and whatnot over this side. So yeah, man, man. Hey.
We needed it though.
Yeah,
we needed it. I mean, 3 of the 4 of us were together for that playoff game, and we were hyped.
I still haven't seen Mariella since that game. Like I don't know. I don't know where she is. I don't know where Mary is. I think Mary's still at Texas Live. That's like
she's Margarita Mary too. This is Margarita Mock. She should be here.
It's okay. I got to update. For Mary. I did because I was like, hey man, I don't know what's going on. I got to update. Mary has got a supreme promotion. Look, and we have everyday lives outside of this. And by supreme promotion means she was the only one on these points on what she does. And she's got it. And she still has a trip out of town. But here's what I do know. Here's what I can tell you. We know about Vegas. If y'all didn't know, hey, we're going to be in the building in Vegas. Guaranteed. Yes. I can tell you now, she's going to be in the building. That's one. Woo. Two, we are very close to her being back and us getting back to what we do. So we appreciate the pause. We appreciate the patience. I will say this, you started getting back into cutting up before I was ready. So salute to you, my guy, with that grind. but we're back, and that's what matters.
We do it for the people in the chat, man. I took a week off, and people act like I was gone for like years. Like, I'm like, bro, it's just like 5 days, bro.
It's
like,
true.
yeah.
Professor, I mean, somebody inboxed me was like, "Hey, are y'all not doing content no more?" I was like, "Bro, can I please just
can I just decompress?" Professor O, man, let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah, first off, excited to be here with you guys. Happy Friday to everybody. It's Margarita and Mock's new thing, so I'm excited to do this. You can find me on Cowboys Wire. I write for Cowboys Wire USA Today. Stats, analytical articles. If you're interested in that, check it out. If you're not, maybe you are interested. Once you see some of the numbers, there's some good stuff in there.
That last article you dropped though, the little bow on this.
Yeah.
I was excited about that one.
Yeah.
So you can find me, and then I'm a Star Gang family. So during the season, we're doing Wednesday nights. May have a new cadence coming up with a bunch of new things. I jump in periodically on the Twitter space. I mean, Nix is Mr. Twitter space, which is funny because he was saying, I had to decompress. I had to take this time off. Bro, you were doing Twitter spaces 3 days a week. You did not
I know.
You just didn't have a camera. That's the only thing.
Here's the thing. In Twitter space, I feel like, look, man, I don't care what I look like. I'm just like,
right, yeah.
I just like go there. Look, and I can let other people talk and just kind of mute my button and just let things happen, if you will. And look, I'll be honest with you, man. Shout out to everybody. My girl Jazz, Ace, and obviously, Camber and the regular suspects that are here as well. But man, it was a good time for me just to hear other people and just be like, man, just woosah a little bit. Okay, everybody's frustrated like me. Thank God. Look, and J Tuck even came in last week on the Twitter space in clutch. And had some.
Normally, when I'm on the Twitter space, man, I'm playing some GTA late night, man. So that's why you be hearing sirens and gunshots, all sorts of stuff, man.
So, real quick, for those who have not checked out the Twitter space, I had never heard of it. I saw it on the top of my Twitter, but I never checked it out until Nick's popularized it for Cowboys Nation. But literally, if you want a chance to jump in for 2 minutes or hang out with us for an hour, you can do that. Like, that's your opportunity. There's a little mic button. You just hit that button. And next thing you know, you're on the panel chatting with us. If you have questions or anything, or you just want to vent, that's what it's there for. Every Friday night.
We went to pivot because I've been doing them at 5 p.m. and everybody's keep hitting me up like,
it's too early.
Can you do it at 6 or 7 or whatever? I'm like, I don't know, man. We got these margarita marks to get to.
To be honest with you, we're probably going to be in the Twitter space after this show. Because here's the thing, y'all. I figured out the secret recipe of the Cowboy Rita, man. So,
shut up.
Yeah.
You better inbox me ASAP.
Yeah, man. So
hold on. For everybody that don't know, so we were at a particular game.
Story time.
All right, story time with Knicks. We was at a particular game, and we have our particular lots that we go to and different things and whatever, if you will. And look, you can go in, have your drinks, have a good time, but you can't leave with the drinks. You feel me? So we were moving around, whatever. Like, Tuck, hey, we're back over here because we're back and forth. We're at. Tells him I'm trying to get up out of here. I'm like, oh, but what's the problem? Tells him I got these Ritas still. Notice I said Ritas. That's an S behind it.
I had to.
He had to. Hey, look, man. So about 20 minutes later, here comes Tuck rolling up. That boy that stuck out 2 Ritas in the hand. I was like, yo, oh man.
That was the Falcons game because the Cowboy Rita machine was down the entire game. And I'm walking out and the bartender was like, hey, the machine is working. I was like, all right, give me one. She's like, all right, it's on the house. I was like, well, actually, give me 2. And so she made me 2. So I'm walking out and the guy was like, you can't take those out of here. I was like, why not? Why can't I? I bought them. And so I had to, I've been sneaking drinks in and out of clubs since I was a young little fella. It's nothing. It's nothing. But hey, speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, we gotta dive into that because it's gonna change how we're gonna draft. Hot topic discussion button. Amari Cooper could possibly be released. I'm gonna start with you, Camber. What is your thoughts? How are you feeling about that situation?
Well, I think it's a huge mistake. First of all, I mean, we've all gone over what he does for this team, what he does for the other players. We know it's a money move. If you add up the numbers, that 20 million, that's enough to cover Schultz, Gallup. Well, they thought Gallup.
Right.
They lowballed Gallup, and now the word's pretty much Gallup's out.
Right.
That, they're not even close. But their mindset, I'm sure, was we're going to pay Schultz, we're going to pay Gallup, we might have a little pocket change for one of those free agent defensive players we have. So right now, their hands are a bit tied. I know they put it out there that that they would be open to a trade, but the biggest thing that we all need to remember is they have not given Amari and his reps the permission to seek a trade. So who knows what's going to happen at this point.
Knicks?
Yeah, for those that have, paid attention to our content for a long time, going all the way back to last offseason, as we had different shows or whatever, and we were talking about, we had this, leading up to free agency, and we talked like, how can we, get this money to go do things in free agency? We all kind of talked about, Cooper set up, right? You hit it, you move away, and you're ready to rock. And then we got hit with, it was Zeke that got touched and not Cooper. And we had the particular show, we were all like, oh, wow. That's like, and that was the first red flag for us. We talked about it and we kind of hedged our bets like, well, this is now, but obviously as this thing moves forward in free agency, right, they're going to do that. And then we went through all that and got to the draft and we were kind of like, hey guys, we kind of told Cowboys Nation, we were kind of like, hey, this is something we need to pay attention to. It's early. It's not going to play out till much further down the line, but this is something that matters here. And then we fast forward to a year later. Here we are come March, and it came to fruition. It doesn't mean that it's ultimately going to happen. I think the Cowboys definitely were looking at the idea of getting not a bevy of picks, but looking to get a high return. The season played out how it did. It didn't happen. So I think they took the time to go to the combine. Let's test the waters. And it didn't help, right? It didn't help with, we had a track meet. Camber, I think you said it. It was like the Olympics.
Yes,
right.
An Olympic event.
It was actually more exciting than the Olympics, honestly.
Yeah, it was like everybody's running for it too.
Yeah.
Now, what are we doing?
So that means we owe some of them players from last year, Knicks, an apology because we thought they were fake clocking us. Like, well, maybe they was. 4-3 and 4-2 it.
Look, we went from we think they're fake clocking to actually that clock was slow. Look, he was still running. They hit it too late. And then not only just the bevy of receivers in the draft. It's not a great year when we talk about free agency and what's available free agency wise. So they're not getting the return that they thought. So I do caution that even though we think the money's going to happen, Professor, I know you were in there, and Camber, you kind of talked about it as well. The idea that, and we know this matters, optics matters when it comes to Stephen Jones. But we're going to get rid of him and we're going to prioritize Gallup and Cedric Wilson long term. What was it? Six, right? Is that what you said, Camber?
They're $6 million off.
They're $6 million off. So even though with the money that's on the table and they're talking about these things, I do caution at least they can, if they want to, still pin with the contract. And that would mean Cooper will be here from 27 to 29, 2 more years, but they still can do that and free up cash space if they want to. But all intents and purposes, it looks like, this wide receiver is going to look really different next year.
Oh, real quick, what's your thoughts on it, man?
Yeah, I'll give you the quickest version. So I don't like it, but I do get it.
Right.
And I hate that I get it, but I understand it from the team's standpoint.
Right.
Barring Kellen just having this huge shift in who he is this offseason, this come to Jesus, I'm going to change myself and be better. He has a philosophy in that, whether you like it or not, is I'm going to throw to the open receiver. It's an easier read. We'll move the chains. If we're less explosive, so be it.
Right.
We had the top offense. These are all points that the organization's looking at, right? Not what we think or my bias or your bias. That's just the reality. That's how they look at it. So they're saying we have a receiver. We know why he had less targets. We know why he had less yards, but they're saying he's not putting up 1,400 yard seasons like we were hoping he would. He's putting up 1,000 yard and 800 yard receiving seasons, and we're paying him that big money. So why don't we not pay him that big money? Because we're not going to suddenly pivot and feature him heavily in the offense. So what's the point of running it back at that same cost? There's no reason to. We know as fans, there is a reason to, because he has value aside from the stats, but they're looking at it from a business standpoint. Just like if anybody owned a business and one employee makes 4 times what the others make, but he's producing the same, you'd be like, why is he still on my payroll?
Right.
These guys do the same thing. Even though he may be doing mentorship and leading and helping them close deals and stuff you don't see on the bottom line, he has value. But from an organizational standpoint, you're like, I don't think it makes sense anymore. So I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. So I'll just leave it at that.
I'm just going to echo what you said. Oh, that's it. I don't like it, but I get it. You know, so it's like one of those things is like, I know a lot of Cowboys fans, they feel like they're shocked. They're like, oh man, I just don't understand. They've been texting and calling me like, how could we do this? I was like, we kind of knew. Like, hell, Stephen Jones probably told you on Monday when he addressed the media about the Amari Cooper situation. So it doesn't feel like we're blindsided. Like, this didn't kind of catch me off guard like the Dez thing. You know, like, it's not like of that magnitude. When you look at the contract, how it was built, how they handled Amari throughout the season, the kind of the sentiments and the rumblings that you've been hearing surrounding Amari, just like, all right, my thing is just get over with. You know, just get over with.
Yeah.
So
I just want to say real quick too, I think it's funny because if we look at where we all are, I would bet you guys said the same thing. As soon as you saw the Amari Cooper contract, you're like, 1, glad we got him back.
Right.
2, it's a 2-year deal and he's gone after that.
Right.
We're at the 2-year mark. Like, why are people surprised? We knew this was going to happen.
because a lot of people don't.
We all knew
but-
it as soon as
wait,
the deal
wait,
was
but-
signed.
but I
And then they
think-
took
but I-
Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb in the draft after the contract. We knew it was coming at some point, so I don't know why people are shocked to get blindsided then.
But here's the thing, though, El. I think it's different because contracts are now built to get money back later, right? And we say the debt contract, for instance, and how that's working. So I think, even though you're not wrong, like when you looked at it from the outset, it was built like a 2-year deal, and if you wanted to get out, you could. And we talked about we talked about that ad nauseum. But on the idea of who Cooper is that you would think this was a thing built up to free up money, keep the team together, and do things. And I think what we talked about earlier in the chat was we knew this was coming. We talked about this a lot. Seeing it, you know, here and now in front of us hits you different a little bit just because, okay, it's real now. Like, we knew it was coming. It was over here, but we're seeing it now. We understand it. But when we talk about the land and the landscape of the Cowboys, and forget the all-in mantra that I've been preaching about the Cowboys and what I want to see them do for years. Like, this doesn't make the team better. Like Camber brought up on the Twitter space of, oh man, go after Mike Williams, right? Go do that. But we already know when they free up the money, they're not going to do those things.
Right.
And it's like the Stockholm syndrome in Cowboys land. It's not that we're scared to move off, because we had a guy, he was like, oh yeah, well, I'm move on Cooper, you do this, do that, whatever. Okay, it's cool. But what we understand when you're tuned into this thing is, yeah, they'll move on from Cooper. That's fine. But we also know Stephen Jones ain't gonna do nothing with that money. And that's where our anxiety kind of resides, is get the money, that's fine, but you're not gonna do nothing on the back end realistically outside of a draft pick, a mid-tier guy in free agency, maybe bring back Cedric Wilson, and here we are. And those are the things that kind of suck about it when we look at this team at 12-5, add pieces, go all in, but here we are.
Right, here we are. So, you know, before we get to the mock draft, I'm gonna start each individually because we got some other players to talk about tonight. And what I want to do, I want to set the table properly. So, you know, because sometimes when we do these mock drafts, we're thinking this player's going to be gone, this player's going to be gone, this player's, you know, here. So I'm going to start with you, Camber. I'm going to start with one player. You're going to tell me, are they going to be on our roster as we go into this mock draft, or are they gone? All right. So the very first person I have is Dalton Schultz. Is he on the roster or is he off the roster?
He's going to be on it. He's going to be on the roster.
Okay.
They're already talking franchise tag.
Well, so he's getting franchise tag. You already know.
Right.
He's on it. We're keeping him.
All right. So we have our tight end. We heard the situation going on with Blake Jarwin, so he might be out for the season and maybe even moving forward. We do have Sean McKeon. So that's what we're going in with. We got a tight end. Damn it, Camber.
I'm sorry.
This way we can add one. Hold on, Jay Tuck.
I lived in fantasy land.
Jay Tuck, don't worry. Jay Tuck, we still get a tight end. Pitch trade is revived.
I tweeted that earlier. I was like, this damn Cooper thing just messed up my tight end pipe dream. I was like, all right, I know exactly where that money's going. The next person, I'm going to go to you. Randy Gregory, is he on the roster or off the roster?
He's on.
He's on.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Dalton Schultz.
Oh, wait. Don't let O get off of there. O thinks we're going to overpay. Go ahead, O.
Oh, we're
No, don't let O get off the hook that easy.
No, we're gonna overpay him.
See?
What do you consider overpaid? What's
Like
your number?
anything over $10 million for what he does is overpaid. So yeah, we're gonna overpay him. There's a whole litany of reasons, but that's a whole different show. So yeah,
Right,
he'll be
fair.
on the roster, and it'll be a back
My
pocket.
guy Jose says, "Give me Trey McBride over Dalton. Save the money." I'm trying, man. I'm trying, but Camber wants to keep.
McBride gang, let's go.
I don't want.
No, I know. With
McBride.
the Cowboys want to keep him.
I've got a tight end out there. That
I know.
want too,
Hey, all these
so-
tight ends. in
Camber,
there.
you do? Well, I mean, is he somewhere like on the West Coast or?
Yeah,
Is
we're gonna
he?
talk
I don't
about
know.
it. All right,
Okay.
Knicks, I'm gonna kick it around to you. Dorrance Armstrong, is he on the roster or off?
Well, if
Don't mess us up, Knicks. Don't mess us up.
I'm saying yes because we're not going to resign Randy Gregory.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, and look, and very quickly, I know I'm long-winded, very quickly, and Cowboysation doesn't want to hear this, but I said this just on the Twitter space. There's a very real world that we live in that D-Law and Gregory are not here. Very simply, you re-sign Dorrance Armstrong.
Whoa,
right? Okay.
you jumping ahead. You're
Oh.
jumping ahead. You're jumping ahead.
I'm not dressing nobody. I'm not dressing nobody.
No,
I'm not
but you're
dressing-
jumping ahead to
Oh.
another person. All right, man.
Oh,
Yeah, hold on.
Yes, he's on the roster. Yes, he's
All
on the
right,
roster.
so we got Dalton Schultz, Randy Gregory, and Dorrance Armstrong on the roster.
Okay.
Camber, I'm gonna kick it right back to you. Brendan Urban, is he on the roster?
yes, he is, because same kind of deal. I think he comes back, that same kind of deal. We all love his wife. His wife is so
Right.
amazing.
she's
But,
great. She just had a birthday. Happy birthday to her.
Yeah, she did. Yes. And but yes, I think he was a good depth piece, and he's very much in
Cat
Catboy.
friendly.
Yes.
friendly. All right. So
I'm not gonna lie. I would buy that.
You know what I
If
mean?
you sold a line of those,
Look.
I would buy it.
Oh yeah, she
I'm not gonna lie.
She already put the idea in the air. Cowboys.
I need to find a Stephen Jones Funko Pop. Yeah, look, in the chat. If y'all know where a Stephen Jones Funko Pop resides, I need that ASAP.
You
I gotta
can
go to
you
the-
can have them special. You can go.
Nah, I want
to
one.
Their,
No, you're right.
I
No,
know,
you're
but you
right.
can go there and have them specially made,
Yeah,
even
I
like of
need that.
yourself.
Yeah, I need
So
that.
I don't think they need a Funko Pop. It has to be a bobblehead, but his head doesn't go up and down. It only goes.
It goes
No,
like
it's-
Only no.
Just no.
That's it. That's the
Like
bobblehead.
this.
What, and it's got a fistful of money
Right.
and he can't.
All right, and the
That's
last one, I'm gonna go to Nick. He's about to jump into this water. DeMarcus Lawrence on the roster or on?
No.
All right. So
Now can I walk it out?
walk it out. No, walk it
Okay.
out. Walk it.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk it out now because I think we're talking about Catboy. You know that cup that Camber has. I'm gonna do it that way.
Right.
That cup that Camber has. It's very easy to do it this way. Is Basham, and we talked about this. Tuck, Camber was on the shows with us. Sorry, Camber, not trying to leave you out. But we talked about this. We said, 2 years. 2-year deal. The only guy to get 2-year deal. He plays the same position as who? Which defensive end? Gregory.
Okay.
Or Gregory. Yeah,
Gregory.
gotcha.
Gregory,
Okay.
right? Okay. All right, boom. There's that. All right. Then they went and drafted in the 3rd round, Golson. Who does he? What position did he?
D-Law.
Hey, remember we was super late. For those that missed, we were doing the live cast of the draft all 3 days, and we stayed on extra. This is what got us in trouble a little bit, J Tuck, at one point in time, because we stayed on for the Stephen Jones,
Right.
post draft after round 3, and Stephen Jones said, "Well, you draft these guys, and you hope they all play because it save you money in the whole 9, right?" And then we saw what Golson did, right? So you look at Golson, you look at Basham, right? Dorrance Armstrong is going to be cheaper, right, than Randy Gregory. And then you have the ultimate X factor. So it's 3 defensive ends.
Right.
You have the ultimate X factor, Michael Parsons, to slide down. You just go draft a guy and you're good. And you got to pay D-Law and you don't have to pay Gregory. And I think it's important.
Tank's agent is in Indy right now.
Was it Dave
Mm.
Cantor, right?
Yeah.
What?
Interesting.
Yeah, Dave Cantor, they're
Yep, he's in Indy.
So why is he in Indy right now?
Because he needs to respond to my DM to come on my show. That's why.
Let's go. Yeah, Dave, you hear Dave?
He probably has a client that's in the combine right now.
Well, he's also Asante Samuel. Like,
right. Yeah.
Yeah, stop hating on you.
Can we real quick, J-Tuck, I'm gonna ask you one on the team or not the team, since you asked everybody. I'm gonna ask about Camber's football husband, LVE.
I saw someone's asking in the chat. I'm putting LVE on the roster. He's on the roster.
So, one last one for you.
I'm standing.
I think we hit most of them. We didn't talk about Curse, but I'm sure we all kind of.
Oh, he better be.
Or
he better be.
Carlos Watkins. Because this is going to depend on how we draft.
I was going to put Carlos Watkins.
Back, so.
I would say Carlos Watkins is on. Yeah, he's on.
Okay.
I
want him back too. I'm just asking since we have Urban. I'm just trying to make sure I know who's there.
Yeah, I think Carlos Watkins is very much the what's our boy that got cut last year? Stuck around for a while. Antoine Woods. I think he's I think he's back here. And then depending on how things play out, he might not be here.
Right. He's gonna be fighting for a job. I think Watkins, we can go with Watkins. So everyone's on. We have Gregory, we have Armstrong.
No, you're good.
Armstrong. So everybody's off except DeMarcus Lawrence, right?
I hope he's here.
I'm just saying. So when we set the temperament for the mock draft,
as we answer.
Yes, all right.
So y'all got it. So all the people are back. Randy Gregory's here. We have Carlos Watkins. We have Marcus Lawrence, Dorrance Armstrong. We have Brent Urban. We have LVE, and we have Dalton Schultz on the roster.
I mean, let's be clear. That's only because Professor wants to overpay for.
I don't want. No, let's be clear. I do not want to overpay. Don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah.
I guess the last two to decide is KZ and Hooker. Both back. Neither. It doesn't really matter which one at this point.
Hooker, yes. KZ, no.
I say KZ, no.
I say Hooker, no for both.
Yeah, KZ and Neil are both gone. I think Hooker's got the best.
Oh yeah,
chance.
Neil's gone.
Yeah.
Neil's gone.
I think here's the thing that we should worry about. I think Hooker has a chance that they'll bring back Curse, and that's the market and what happens there.
I'm not even putting that in there. If we get rid of J-Ron Curse and Amari Cooper, bro, I'm done. I'm literally gonna be one of those pampered Cowboys fans that kind of just go to the game just to chill. Like, let's go kick it.
Jay's gonna be in the seats like this.
Sitting down, stand up and shout. I'm gonna be sitting here.
Three readers.
Three readers.
Three readers. Like, hell no, bro. If we get rid of J-Ron Curse and Amari Cooper, that's stupid. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Mock draft time. We got our war room. We got our margaritas. Everybody in the chat, y'all can chime in too. But ultimately, we're gonna talk these picks out and make the decision. And I got the best of the best here to do it. They always get on. Heck, you're always picking. Heck, you're always picking. Like, yeah, I'm always picking.
Real quick, Tuck. What simulator are we using?
We're PFF.
Okay, PFF. Love it. Awesome.
So, do y'all want to change the settings? Because we can put randomness, we can do draft for needs, or just leave it at default.
I think we should change the randomness up because the combine's going to change a lot. Like the rankings right now are not
free agency as well.
So we probably should just jack it up a little bit. Not a huge, but a little bit.
Crank it up one notch.
Free agency, and as he said with the combine and everything that's happened, I like a little wild card action. Ain't man.
Like the wild card, for instance, from what we saw at the combine, like Watson on the PFF boards has been going in like the third or fourth round. He's not going third or fourth round anymore.
It's margarita. It's margaritas and mocks. Let's crank up the randomness a little bit.
I just read up.
Yeah,
I got time.
Let's go.
We'll do the public.
This is actually pretty good, by the way. I'm not paid. We don't have a sponsorship by them, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was a canned margarita. So
What's that?
Some of the canned margaritas are the best. So where is it?
Oh, there we go.
Club Tail. Oh, look.
It was at a gas station. It wasn't bad.
Look, hey, J-Tuck, I ain't gonna lie, J-Tuck. I know me and you both, we got some Club Tails to tell, but neither here nor there.
Yeah, a lot of Club Tails.
All right, so this mock draft, though.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna do 7 rounds, so we got the best of the best. We down floating without notes now. We're good.
Yeah, I ain't got no notes.
We're gonna use public board because PFF board. I'll tell you, if you do PFF board, It's like
Yeah.
playing Madden on rookie because I was cooking on that draft. I was like, oh yeah, it's
Oh no,
easy.
put the back up, Cam. Show it one more time. Show your big
I
board.
got notes.
Let's
Got
go.
notes. And see,
Look. I'm just
We're
live
highly
over
targeting players that had this hat on. So if they're,
Okay,
if they
there it
fall,
is. Okay.
we're taking them.
here. Well, our shout to our guy John Williams is the Oklahoma Wire, right? And he did the mock draft, and it was literally all Oklahoma players. He chose violence, so.
man, I'm digital now, man. I got my notes here. Oh, what did O just do? There you go.
There he is.
I'm good.
All right.
good.
Oh, don't be
Yeah, we're
disappearing now. All right, we're gonna start the draft. Let's change the speed a little bit because sometimes this Zoom I can't see what's going on. Change it. Just crank it. We got time.
Yeah.
It's Friday night.
Yeah,
All right.
let's go. Look, this is exactly why I got my phone up so I can see this thing.
All
I ain't
right.
trusting you, Doug.
Y'all don't trust me? Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. You might lie to me what's on the board. I know you. You might try to finagle something.
Nah, man. Actually, I just accidentally took Trey McBride in the first round. My bad, All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it, y'all, and let us know in the chat, man. So we're gonna be in the war room,
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. All right, on the clock.
I'm ready.
Jacksonville Jags on the force a trade. And do we trade Amari Cooper?
No, well, we can't get nothing for him.
Yeah.
The front office screwed that up.
Right.
Ugh.
Through that.
Look. Real quick.
They said pour another drink.
Would you at least look? Do you think the Cowboys can get a second round pick for Cooper in the current market and with everything we know now that's on the board? Can you get a second round pick for Cooper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so? Cam?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. What do you think, Professor O? Tuck? What do y'all think?
Yeah,
Can
I
you get a
think
second round
you
pick?
could. Yeah.
I think you still can, but we chatted about it off air. But they're gonna have to
Right.
work with the contract to make it
Right.
a little bit more appealing. And I will say this: the pipe dreams that I have of getting pick 33 or 38 or something, it won't be that
Right.
because of
You
this
think
contract.
you
If we
make
get a
it
second, it's a
mid-round
45
late?
to 60, somewhere in
Yeah.
that range. Probably is
Right.
more realistic.
Hey, look. Here's what I think, guys. I think if you can at least get that, then it makes sense.
Right.
If you can't, I would pin whip him and keep him here for 2 years.
Yeah.
My thought process on it.
Yeah.
Because it's not past the point of no return.
What?
Right.
But you also have to remember in the back of Catboy's
Boy.
mind.
Oh, damn it,
both-
Kim.
When we talked about in the space,
Yeah.
space
Yeah,
that
you're
Diggs and CD are eligible for extension at the end of this year and Micah the year after. And so that's all in his head.
Yeah. And Lord forbid if Boss Man turns up too, man, that's a lot of money start to come. You
Yeah,
guys just pay
exactly.
for it.
Hey, look.
I
I just want to give a quick shout out to our guy
Capital
Don White calls it.
Our big
Big
old
old
dumb
dumb
team.
team.
But we love our
Yeah.
big
Right.
old dumb team.
Right.
Can't
We
even-
do.
yeah,
We
like-
love them.
I ain't gonna lie though.
Catboy
Hey, look.
loves to roll money
I'm
over.
here.
He
I
loves
ain't gonna lie,
to roll
but I'm
money
here.
over.
I'm here for the Boss Man Fat turn up. Please,
Yeah.
thank you. Walk through the door by all stretches.
All right, let's start this mock. All right, the Jags are on the
Mhm.
board.
All right, let's
First
do
pick,
it.
they go with Evan Neal. Got Hamilton. I know
Yeah.
O hates that pick. Sauce, the first
I don't hate
corner
that
off
pick.
the board.
Oh God. Oh God.
Falcons took Stingley.
Oh well.
Goes. Devin Lloyd to the Ravens. Gordon Davis to the Eagles.
Wow, Jordan. Okay.
Garrett Wilson to the Patriots.
Okay.
All right, we are on the board. So we have Bernhard Raymond. We have N'Kobe Dean, Jameson Williams, wide receiver, Chris Olave, Sam Howell, Kenyon Green, Devin Wyatt, Jermaine Johnson, Jalen Petrie, and Sky Moore. I'm gonna stop the page.
Yeah, I mean Dean's in the
I know
card.
3 of them right away.
Let's go, Dean. I'm done here. I'm sorry. I know it's going to upset Cowboys Nation with Green on the board. Just give me Dean. I'm sorry. That's where I'm at. But I'll shut up. Look, I'll hang up and listen now.
All right, so
Johnson's on the
I'm gonna
board.
kick
Wait
it
a
around.
minute.
Camber, so I'm start with you. Camber, start with you.
Okay, you axed Tank. You said Tank's gone, and Jermaine Johnson was named in there.
Sure was. I got Michael Parsons there to play defensive end. I'm good.
Okay,
That's
but
why-
but we need to not have that his primary role.
You're right, but if I give him the rush, I got Dean on the back end. I'm good. Go Dogs!
All right. So Camber, you're at Jermaine Johnson.
I'm gonna get outvoted. I mean, you already know where O's going.
Well, you
He's
know.
gonna-
Whoa,
hey,
hold on.
Hey,
Let's not assume things. Let's walk it out.
Well,
Let's
you
not
know
assume.
you-
Okay,
Hey,
okay,
you-
we'll walk it
hey,
out.
in the words of Tupac,
Okay.
I ain't mad at you.
Okay, my true feeling. Okay, here's my true feeling.
All right.
We go with Jermaine because I've got a list this long of linebackers that are further in that I really, really, really like, and you got rid of Tank.
I did. Do you?
So-
Here's the thing, though. Are any of those linebackers better than Dean?
No, but
Okay, stop.
you know,
Okay, but are any of those defensive
Okay.
going to be better than Parsons?
that's not
All
really
right.
fair.
Oh, what's your thought?
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. With the 24th pick of the 2022 draft, the Cowboys run to the table, now hand in the card. N'Kobe Dean, linebacker, Georgia.
Let's go. Hold on. The FSU fan, though.
Also, real quick, Jermaine Johnson, former Georgia Bulldog, so I'm cool with that too.
Oh, there it is.
But
Oh.
N'Kobe Dean.
Kobe Dean. All right. So you got Dean. We have Jermaine Johnson. Nix, I'm going with you.
I said I'm running to Dean. I already said I'm like.
Oh, so you're already
I'm
Dean.
Yeah, I was Dean out the gate. I was like, the first thing I said was, "Oh, we're Dean. Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up." Because again, I position flex is why. Because even though that we talked about who's moving on, who's going to be here, and everything else, but I know I can spot duty with Parsons at end. If I spot duty with Parsons at end, I gotta have the linebacker though. And somebody told me, Matt, that Dean's like Parsons, right? Am I wrong there? I
said he's Parsons light. Yeah, he can do a lot of what Parsons does. Not quite to the level, but
Right.
a lot of what he does. He's just
I
similar
can
type
line
of skill set.
Yeah, so I can kind of line him up and go too. So now I can let Dan Quinn get a little exotic with these linebackers to do things in rushing and whatever. Look, take Dean off the board. If Dean's not there, or if you give me my number 2 pick, then I'm going Green. I know that's probably not.
That's where I'm at. It's not the sexy. And y'all know Tuck loves sexy, but Kenyon Green.
Well, Tuck, your other line is sometimes you need what? What do you need? What is it called? What
Winter
you
coat.
used to say
Winter
last year?
coat.
Yeah, winter coat, little tube socks.
Get some Christmas clothes right now.
Yeah.
And since I'm seeing the conversation is the idea of kicking Lyle Collins to left guard is out, and him and Terrence can compete at right tackle, we need a left guard. And I feel like Kenyon Green gives us position flex. He can play left tackle, right tackle, he can play right guard, left guard as well. Been snapping a little bit, or remains to be unseen. So I feel like for the value, Kenyon Green gives us the best upside right here at this point. So I would be Kenyon Green, or if I want a toy, I'm getting Jameson Williams.
That would be my 2. If I don't go Dean, I'm taking Jameson Williams just because his upside is ridiculous.
Here's my other thing too. When you talk about Green, J Tuck is because the one thing we know in Cowboys Nation, right? You talk about position flex. We know there's a left tackle on this roster that's going to miss games.
Right.
If we really believe that he can play left tackle, and we have McGovern on this roster, boy, that frees us up. Let's go back to Catboy real quick.
Right.
Camber. Yeah, Catboy. There it is. So I can just say, well, you know what? We'll save the money and get rid of Collins. Let's still be the right tackle, and then we're kosher on the left side all of a sudden because of the depth in the position flex. So I mean, as much as like Dean would be amazing, I think, and I buy into, and this is a Professor O conversation that we've had a ton. If I have to make the moves, right, and we're talking about the cap and what we've talked about as we led into this, but I can strengthen and really go all in somewhere, because the Cowboys for the multitude of years have been very offensive, but defensive. Boy, you add Dean to this defense with what we're looking at.
So
things
if you have
special.
Dean, though, right? You have Dean, you have Micah, you have Jabril. We brought back LVE.
Well, we ain't got to bring him back. We don't
We
have
already
to.
that's already the table that was
But,
set.
no,
though.
but fair.
We already
But you
determined he's
can't.
back.
Well, say less. This is a 3-4 anyways, to be clear. Just
You have
scale.
Jabril as not Jabril, but J-Ron. Bringing him back for damn sure. I'm not even happy
Yeah.
on the table.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
So,
Big nickel.
So do you think the need for linebacker is a priority over the left guard or even a wide receiver since Amari Cooper has been?
Well, I mean, you can get you obviously you can get a guard later. You can get a guard later. Linebacker wise.
You can get a linebacker later.
Yeah.
You
can
could.
get a
You could.
linebacker
Fair.
later, and I got a list.
Fair. Cam, you're not wrong there.
Yeah.
But it's about BPA.
And like my guy Jose says, you think they're gonna go off-ball linebacker 2 years in a row? And
Time out.
And if it's
is
truly
Micah really an off-ball linebacker though? We don't use him
Off-ball
exclusively in that
linebackers
role,
run
so
talk now.
he's
Well, it's a
He's
linebacker.
a hybrid. He's a hybrid ball.
but
linebacker.
also, if you're BPA, is Nakobe Dean truly BPA over Jameson Williams and Chris Olave?
Yes. Ole's the only one who would give me pause. For me personally.
So with Williams, it's really just the injury, right?
Well,
Yeah.
if Gallup comes back too, and it looks like we're trying to sign him, obviously Camber mentioned the gap right there, but if Gallup comes back, can we really afford to take a Jameson Williams and have 2 of our top 3 maybe not there day one? I don't think we can. That's the flip side to Williams.
Yeah.
He tore his ACL in the championship game in January.
True. Good point.
So there's
Good
a
point.
chance he may not be
Yeah.
ready to go. Hopefully he is. I hope he, has a great rehab, but
All right.
that'd be a big concern.
Real quick, yes, Nick. Jordan Davis is gone already.
Yeah, he's gone. All right, so we have 2 for Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean's the pick. Going linebacker.
Whoa,
out of Georgia.
whoa, no, wait, don't take the pick yet.
Well, we gonna spend 8 hours on the first round. We got some
No,
room.
we're not. We'll get there. We'll get there.
What's up,
Let's pause.
Rome says start the draft
pause.
over Burks off the board.
No.
He went right before us, man.
Yeah. So
Did Charles Cross go?
I don't think he was on there. I don't see him.
I mean, Zion Johnson's still there. Yeah, Jahan Dotson, wide receiver.
But Cross, somebody took Cross?
It looks like it.
Yeah, where though?
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, he went to. He went to.
Argue-
Oh damn, the
okay.
Chargers really just getting there with.
Yeah, I mean, for me, look. To be clear, before we pivot, because somebody will clip this and inbox me later, whatever.
No,
I'm good. I'm good with Green. I'm not mad at Green.
right.
Okay, I'm good with the wide receiver that ran the phenomenal 40 time
With the love.
from yeah.
I'm just going to point out that on Dane Brugler's 100 list right now that my choice is BPA currently.
I'm sorry.
That's
Jermaine
all
Johnson
that we've listed.
Green?
Jermaine Johnson.
Jermaine Johnson.
He's BPA if you go by Dean's list.
Man,
Daniel Jeremiah has him going in the top 10.
I'm not
He
letting
has
y'all
him going
get
like 8th or 9th.
Y'all are
overall.
not about to build me up for this pie tree and ruin my Vegas vacation. So no, I'm not Jermaine Johnson. I'm just out.
All right. So J Tuck, your pick is who? Who's your pick?
My pick is Kenyon Green right here.
Kenyon Green. All right, Camber, who's your pick?
I'm team BPA. I'm staying with my pick. Sorry.
All right,
Yeah,
Professor
TB.
O, who's your pick?
You don't even have to ask. Just go ahead with yours.
All right, put Dean on the
It's Dean.
board. Me.
All right.
no.
All right,
Dean's on
Dean
the
it
board.
is, man. Which I'm
I
not.
promise
Which
you I
I'm
won't be
not.
Georgia
I'm
biased the
not
whole
mad
draft,
at
but
all.
that one I can't walk away from.
I'm not mad at all. Jermaine Johnson. Man.
Oh,
no.
shocker. Shocker.
Right.
Cam's gonna cuss me out later. I already know
Y'all. You
Kim.
count, you take Tank off and then don't
I don't have-
get
But I told you how these defensive ends are. We're good.
I get it.
I'm just waiting until round 3 when Boye Mafe is sitting there. And I
Ooh, oh,
suddenly
damn
be
it.
on the defensive end train.
There's with my wide receiver. All right, so I'm gonna start. My pick is to go get Sky Moore right here, right now.
I can't see it yet. I'm waiting
Oh.
on it to pull up on the screen.
Well, who's available? Oh, let me look.
So,
Let me look.
You have
Let me
Sky
look.
Moore. You have Brian Azuma, linebacker. You have Kingsley Ngarbe. You have Leo Chanel, linebacker out of Wisconsin. Travis Jones,
Mhm. Yeah.
defensive tackle. Nick Bonito,
Yep.
your edge. Kenneth Walker, Maji Harris, Chad Moma. Jalen Tolbert,
Ooh,
Justin
moments.
Ross, Brandon Smith, Troy Anderson.
Yeah, like Troy as
See,
well.
there's my linebacker. Damn it!
We're going. It's okay. But that's reaching. That's reaching, Kim. Don't worry. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's
Look,
not-
look, look,
it's
look, look,
nothing.
look. What about? I did my first mock at the end of January. My first mock. Who did I pick? Who did I pick? Sorry, what did I pick? Who did I pick?
Sky Moore. I believe you had him in the 3rd round because that's where he was.
Yeah,
falling in the
but
draft. Yeah,
you
Sky
know
Moore.
what?
You took Sky Moore.
Yeah, things have happened. We're okay. And look, I picked him in 3rd, and Professor O, you said, oh, he's not gonna make it to the 3rd. He's gonna run this particular time or whatever. So yeah, I'm with Tug.
Sky Moore.
I'm on Moore.
This is Jay Tuck at the cabana doing a backflip into the pool right now. Hey, like, yeah.
Brother, we got
This way too, like round one, there was
we
5 or
got
6
Dina
guys.
Moore.
that was-
We need all the Cowboy readers in
Oh
Vegas
yeah.
is
Oh,
what we need.
well, there's gonna be a ton of Cowboy readers on
Hey, we
deck
have
on down
Jason
day
in the
2.
chat. Shout out Jason Garrett. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
Jason Garrett.
shout out to
Hey,
Garrett.
Coach
Thank you,
Garrett.
Jason.
Hey.
Round one,
How's it
round
going,
one
Jason?
was a list of like
Too?
5 or 6
You are
I would have had
killing
no
me.
problem with. I would have been good with. But Sky
Camber?
Moore, right now, looking at the list, like that's the easy
Yeah.
one. Especially because we took linebacker round 1, and where I would go with what's on the board would have been linebacker, which we can't do. So
Right.
Sky Moore, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sky
hey, Jason
Moore.
Garrett. I look at that. Jason Garrett said
Oh.
Jeff Kavanaugh's pet cat after I told him about Sky Moore. Real quick, selfish plug. I mocked him first. Professor O put him on the radar for maybe Jeff and others. And then Jay Tuck, I don't know, first guy that on YouTube, period, that had the tape up. But hey, neither
Jay
here nor
Tuck
there.
put a clip of him running one of the nastiest slant routes in the red zone you will see in your lifetime, and said,
Of all
"What
time.
did you say? You put him in the blender, put him in the spin cycle,
Air fryer. Yeah.
Mixer.
in the air fryer. I don't know. It
Yeah.
was
Oh, the air
Check
fryer.
out that video if you haven't seen it. It's great.
Yeah. Scroll down this channel here. You'll see it.
Yeah, subscribe to
Sky
the
Moore.
channel because you're gonna miss out. My first 2 draft videos was Jermaine Johnson and Sky Moore.
Boom.
All right, so Sky Moore's my pick. Sky Moore, Knicks, Camber, Sky Moore.
Yeah.
Sky's
All
on.
right.
Let's go.
Sky's the limit.
Oh
Cue
wait,
the
I
Biggie up.
just saw who went before Sky Moore. God,
Who went before? Oh, who went?
Trey
Who went?
McBride.
Oh no!
Who
Hey,
did?
look, I ain't gonna lie
We
to
have
you.
Dalton Schultz back though. Remember we went through
Oh,
this.
yeah,
We
we're
have our
right.
top two tight ends.
Congratulations.
Wait, I didn't hear. Who went right before him?
Trey McBride. Trey McBride went
Oh,
right
okay.
before our pick. Okay.
Yeah. It's all right. There's plenty more of them to come.
Yeah, I know. But I want that
No,
one.
there's plenty more.
So the Reaper said Sky Moore comp only as a slot wide receiver right now. That's what I want him for. That's
Yeah,
what,
I
that's
mean-
what he
Yeah,
is. I
Yeah,
agree. He's
thank
probably
you.
not an outside wide receiver, and I'm
Right.
okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
He's gonna play 60 or 70% of the snaps.
All
so
right,
that's-
here we
Yes.
are at 88. So I know Camber's be bummed out about this because she was right. There's Troy Anderson right there. Let's see, there's
Okay.
a tackle, Jameer Sawyer. You have
Mhm.
Josh Paschal,
Go
edge
Dogs.
rusher. Alex Pierce, who had a
Ooh.
good combine. You have Channing Tindall, John Michie from Bama. So what is your thought press? Are we
All right,
going
so-
edge here?
Well, here's a real question, and something that hasn't really been answered in Cowboys Nation. So we'll answer it here between us. Are you okay with Parsons being a 70% plus D end?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Camber?
Yeah.
All right, Professor. Oh, yeah. Camber, you okay with Parsons 70% plus defensive end?
Sure.
then you
Very
can take the
enthusiastic.
line. Then you can take the linebacker here, because what you've done is you've already drafted the best defensive end in this draft last year. You just need linebackers. You got Dean. You can backdoor right now and get the other guy and do the position switch. I'm just saying. Not to be the pick here. I'm just saying with who's available. That's the question that we have to ask.
I would throw out a name because we talked about linebackers. You know, we can discuss a lot. Quick shameless plug. We're probably not going to take Jamari Sawyer because we already took my one Georgia guy, and I think I hit my limit of what I can take. Because
yes,
I say that's where everyone's saying.
Sawyer played tackle in college and actually graded better as a tackle than guard, but he said he naturally feels more comfortable at guard. So he will be a guard in the NFL most likely. He's about 6'2", 6'3", so doesn't have that ideal length. So he's probably a guard if you're looking at him for that. The name I was going to bring up is Neil Farrell, however you say it, from LSU. So he is your one tech you're looking for that a lot of fans have been screaming for years. He's, I think, 6'4", 325, has ridiculously good hands. That's something people talk about or forget to talk about when they talk about defensive tackles. They talk about the size and the strength and the speed, all that. Hands matter. Right. Nick, you're a lineman. You can attest to that too. He's very good at using his hands to get offensive linemen off balance. So he could be a penetrating one technique. I'm not saying he's going to be a big sack guy, but he could be that guy to kind of push that middle to push the quarterback out into traffic where those Micah Parsons and Randy Gregory's and DeMarcus Lawrence, if he's back, which he's not in this. So I actually like him, but I also like a lot of the defensive tackles that are still available. I just wanted to shout him out as a possibility of a guy we haven't talked about that we may consider at that point.
Right. I don't think the Cowboys will go this high for a one tech.
I agree.
Kind of where I'm at.
Because I also like that is Lale from A&M.
Okay, right.
He's probably gone though in this mock because he's been training like in the early second.
Has he? Okay.
I mean, if they're going to take an offensive lineman here, like in this draft, like it kind of feels like it has to be right here because we went linebacker, we went wide receiver. Like this is the time for the interior center, guard. Like if they're going to get a guy that's going to be, you know, look, and obviously after we get after this round, things can happen.
Thank you, Dom.
But with that being said, right, if you're going to go offensive lineman after what we did the first two rounds, this feels like the spot, right? What do you think, Up?
Yeah, this is where I'm viewing it. So I think, I know, from the fan standpoint, you go with the dogs, but you could go with Salyer here and be perfectly fine. Or, like I said, y'all know I'm a huge fan of Cole Strange. I feel like you could probably wait a pick.
Let's roll the dice.
Too. I think real quick, Jose's guy that he's talking about, we've talked about it amongst us.
Who?
Luke Fortner. Luke Fortner was a year starting guard SEC for Kentucky, and then moved to center. So he has position flex, which we all know is important. He could play left guard immediately and start. He could play center actually and start. So
the Cowboys did have a informal interview with him.
They do, and Brian Broaddus mentioned him. Dane Brugler mentioned him. A lot of guys that I respect have been chatting about Luke Fortner. So I'm just throwing it out there. I think he's 6'3", 315-ish. He's got pretty good size for an interior lineman. If you don't go Sawyer, he would be a pretty strong look for me right here.
Yeah, he's 6'6", 304.
6'6", sorry.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of people say Cole Strange, but then if you do have the position flex of a guard/center, that gives you more value.
Especially because we're not looking at Collins as a left guard as of right now, right?
Right. So I feel like right now is where we have to strike on that guard.
Got to strike. Yep. Right. Agreed.
So I'm okay with Fortner or Salyer, but I would go with Salyer over Fortner because of the position flex to tackle versus the center.
Okay.
Great point.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
O can just celebrate out in Vegas and have whatever.
No, this is my dream draft. Like I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I was like at the point where I'm like, if the Cowboys draft any player I like,
I was about to have all the gas station margarita in the cans turned up.
So I'm going with Salyer as my pick.
Yeah, but here's the question. What's worse for us? Is it left tackle or center?
You mean
No, because either guy's playing left guard, right?
Right. I just
is it
don't,
center or?
I just don't see the Cowboys giving up on Tyler Biadasz.
You don't think so? Okay, fair. That's fair.
I think they're gonna. That's why I don't think so.
But they did try. They did try Connor Williams in the preseason. They knew kind of.
They tried it, but I feel like they're gonna get a backup center to kind of bring in, or maybe a veteran guy. But I just don't think they're gonna.
Or our guy from Nebraska last year. Maybe let him get a chance.
Right.
Farniak, yeah.
But I think
Camber, where are you going? Camber, what are you?
Okay, but how do you feel about Sawyer and his pass protection? Honestly.
See here, let me Georgia fan. Let me talk real quick about him. His 2019 and 2020 film was way better than his 2021 film. He was not nearly as dominant this year as he was the last 2 years, but he also switched positions this year. So, and he had nagging injuries. So it does lead to question from a team standpoint. Is he really a left guard? Is that why he struggled? Okay. Was it the injuries? Was it the combination? Was there some other factor? I'm just throwing it out there. If you watch him, he was not as good this year as he was the last 2 years. But he is, if you hear him, he actually did an interview on NFL radio with Solomon Wilcox and I forget the other guy that's on with him. And in his interview, he said, what I like about Georgia is it prepared me to play in the NFL. We're tough, gritty players. We don't practice against our scout squad. We're practicing against ones every day at practice. That's what we do. I like to run block. I like to be physical. That's what I pride myself on. I do agree with Camber. His pass pro is not what you would want it to be. But again, that was not the case the previous 2 years. But last year it was not that he struggled in pass pro, especially against Alabama. Just throwing that out there. But in terms of run blocking, he gives you what we desperately want on the offensive line.
And that's what Stephen Jones wants.
Right.
He wants to make sure he's right about the run game, Cowboy football. Well, we got to start caring, Camber, because we can get what we want, Cam. All right, well, put it on the board then.
I think he gives us more position to be able to play back open and be a guard. So I'm going with Sawyer.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
There we go.
Just leave the hand on the rest of the time.
We're all in agreement?
Where's my Washington? Yeah. This draft is not going the way I want.
All right, let's go. All right. Go it.
There it is.
No, I'm going to take Colton.
So Jason Garrett, Fortner is a guard center. He played guard 2 years, started at center last year. So he started 3 straight years for Kentucky. But he's a guard center. He doesn't play tackle.
Okay.
All right, so we have they doing me dirty at the tight end. They doing me dirty.
Did they all go? Are they all going?
Yeah, they just did us dirty, man.
Oh, damn it. Damn it. About to go look. I ain't been looking.
I don't even want one.
Oh, no, I got you a guy. I know. I got you a guy.
I don't even want it.
I got you. Oh, I know Jelani Woods is available. I got you a guy tight end. I got you a guy tight end.
There went my tight end.
Yep.
Jose, Jamari Sawyer is nothing like a Chaz Green. They don't play the same position. They're not built the same physically. Like, I'm not even talking about the mental aspect. I wouldn't go to that comparison.
All right.
Sure, you can think of a guard you can compare it to.
All right. So here we are.
There's Neil. 126. There's Luke. Nick Cross.
Yeah. So we got rid of KZ, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Hooker. Where do we keep Hooker?
The Cowboys interviewed Greg Dulcich, right?
Yeah, he did. There's the speed demon in Calvin Austin right there.
We got Sky though.
Yeah, I love D'Angelo Malone out of Western Kentucky.
We only have 2 guys under contract right now. I'm just saying.
Wide receiver wise?
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's okay.
Safety.
We have TJ Vasher too, so I don't know what
is Vasher.
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah, he's under contract. He had a 3-year
deal. Whatever. Don't care. So, I'm joking.
So there's safeties, right? There's Nick Cross, Damani Richardson, Smoke Monday. You got Brad Hawkins, Leon O'Neal, which is one of my favorite. Yusuf Porker.
We want the smoke. Just being funny. Want the smoke?
Camber, what are you thinking? What do you see on the list, Camber?
So we can get out of J-Ron Curse's contract in 2 years and bring his.
I like Nick Cross, and I like what's his name? The tight end from UCLA.
I don't know if it's pronounced Dulcich. If anybody knows in the chat, let us know. I'm not really sure how you pronounce his name.
But those
and then there's also Cole Turner. My guy Cole Turner is still there. Yeah, Jake Ferguson. And then there was lots of talks yesterday about the Cowboys and
I do like Cole
with Grant Calcaterra.
But I like Cole and Smoke is the two that I do. I like Cross. Don't get me wrong, I like Cross.
I'd like to point out that we are probably losing Jarwin, so we got to address it.
It's fair.
But then you have McKeon and Schultz, right?
If we don't go tight end, are y'all okay with Jelani Woods? Can I?
I am, but we don't know that he'll be there, right? We're rolling the dice. We don't know.
Fair, but I feel like Woods might be there next round.
I feel like we can roll the dice at tight end the next round. I can wait one more. But here, I would think we would go get our safety.
Okay. You would go Cross here?
Corners.
Or Monday?
I'm going Cross. We're going safety. That's who I got. That's my next guy on my.
Monday a lot though.
So I like Nick Cross. If I was picking, I would go Nick Cross. I definitely think the Cowboys would go with what Camber said. They would take Greg Dulcich right here, in my opinion, based on what we have. Because Sean McEwen's coming off an injury last year. He did play later in the season.
Nobody.
But he didn't really do much. We don't really know what he is. And then in this scenario, we franchise tag Schultz. So he's a 1-year guy as of right now. We don't have a future at the tight end position.
Right.
We like to run 12 personnel.
Right.
We did it a lot when Jarwin was there. I think Greg Dulcich would be a heavy consideration right here.
But what does Mike McCarthy think about McKeon?
I don't know. Did he tell you?
Right. I'm just saying. I mean,
and plus, the tight end coach was
process.
leading the combine drills with the tight ends yesterday, as well.
That's true.
Yeah, our tight end coach, Lunda Wells, I think.
Yeah,
He was right.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean,
and again, a guy, one of my friends, I actually played high school football with him. He coaches a lot of these defensive backs. He's personally training Nick Cross, Kyle Hamilton, Daxton Hill. A lot of the guys we like, he's working out and getting them ready for the combine. So I would love to have him because I could get him on our show. He could give us the insight, talk about that process, which would be awesome. But again, if I'm the Cowboys, I think Greg Dulcich is a heavy consideration, and that would be my pick. That's who I would go with on the board because that's who I think they would go.
Yeah, if we go tight end, that's who I want.
Yeah,
I want to go safety here, personally, me. And if it's not, and look, I like Cross, I like Monday. I'm good either way. I'll lean toward who y'all like more. But I think, again, and just my personal belief that I've seen Jelani Woods, I kind of think about what he can do, the fact that Schultz is going to be here. And here's the thing, we draft every year. So if Schultz is in building, we can see what Woods gives us. We get another year with McKeenan, and I think they really do believe in McKeenan around here. But, 1 year changes everything. I'm going safety here. When I got Cross and I got Smoke Monday here on the board, I think I can roll the dice. That's where I'm at.
See, and here's my thought process on this. As far as you thinking they're okay with McKeenan, they did a formal interview with Otten and Likely.
Yeah, fair.
So
that's very fair.
They only have X amount of formals, and they use 2 of them on tight ends.
But Camber, here's
and again, to Camber's
it's a
point,
priority.
it's not just McEwen because Schultz is only on a 1-year deal, so they have to look at the future there too.
I think it's more so that Jarwin's done. I mean, let's be clear. Let's kind of cut the tape here for a minute.
Right.
It's a wrap for Jarwin. To me, I think this is going to end in a settlement, the injury settlement. Like, he's having a particular surgery. It's over for him. To me, this is kind of where I'm at. They don't know what's going to happen with Schultz yet because they don't have him paid. They have to decide if they're going to tag him or not. So they have to hedge their bets here with Schultz and what's going to happen because they don't know if they're going to have him here or not. The only way they know for sure is if they tag him. Whether they want to do that or not, we'll have to wait and see. But Jarwin, to me, I don't think Jarwin's on this roster at all next year.
No, he's gone.
No.
Right. So I think a lot of the interview prospect stuff that's happening is because they don't know what's going to happen with Schultz, not so much Jarwin. And that's kind of where I'm at. In this exercise we're doing here, I'm going to operate with the idea that Schultz is going to be here. Okay?
Right, Dom.
Yes, we did.
So for me, when I'm looking at what we have here available at tight end currently, more from my side of what I've seen with Woods and what can happen, and I look at what we have available at safety, I'd rather go safety. But I understand everything that y'all seen when it comes to the tight end position. We just kind of struck out in the first 3 rounds.
Let me throw this out real quick. Sorry, go ahead, Tuck.
Yeah, I'm going with safety because now the idea that we're bringing Dalton Schultz back, it doesn't really give us the need, you know. So I feel like right now, since it's on the roster, I would go with safety here and circle back.
Okay, let me just throw this out there real quick. Knowing that we have Israel McQuamma coming back, we re-signed Jaron Curse in this scenario we did. We also re-signed Malik Turner in this scenario we did. Who has a better shot of contributing this year? Nick Cross over Jaron Curse or Hooker or McQuamma or Dulcich or whatever tight end we go here over Sean McEwen?
Good point.
Are we playing big nickel? Are we playing big nickel again?
I would assume so, but
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you need three. You need 3 safeties. We didn't play 12 personnel that much.
No. If you read my article, which I know you did, appreciate that. we ran 12 personnel quite a bit. We were running it like 35% of the time until Jarwin
just for
went
the
out.
run though. Right. Just for the run though.
Yeah, we were running out of it at the time.
Right, just for the run though.
But we ran it a lot.
Right,
and if you have
for
2
the
tight
run
ends,
though.
Correct. Yeah, we were using it to run the football. We were heavy. I think it was 63-37 pass split. But again, I look at the safety room with who we brought back, and I look at the tight end room, and I'm like, that's the lighter cupboard. And there's a player that would probably start over McEwen.
Yeah. Oh man, because I feel like.
And again, the tight end that's number 1 probably won't be there the year after that.
And both positions are about to get wiped out.
Too,
so
you can make the same argument at safety too, though.
Are the tight ends that we're talking about drafting blocking well?
Yeah.
Greg Dulcich? Yeah.
Dulcich.
Okay, Dulcich.
Definitely.
Okay. I know. That's
Cole Turner
why I
brings
brought
a
it
little
up. I get it. That's why I brought it up.
Dulcich 6'4", 245, 243, ran a 4.69 40. So in terms of like an athlete, he's kind of similar to what you have with Dalton Schultz.
Since your numbers, 3 big nickel, three safeties versus 2 tight ends. How did that work out? Like I don't know. I'm asking you.
Well, we ran nickel. Obviously, you run nickel on defense in the NFL about 60% of the snaps. So you run nickel more than you run 12 personnel. So that part's true. We don't necessarily run big nickel more than we run 12 personnel though.
Gotcha.
We run a lot of it. So that's where the team, this would be hey, I need to talk to Kellen and I need to talk to Dan Quinn. I need to know what your plan is because that would probably just impact the decision right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Greg Dulcich because I feel like we're about to get wiped out here and there'll be no time.
Join the side. Good job.
Yeah, I'm going with Dulcich. They're gonna get wiped out because, like I said, typically I have about 4 to 5 players stashed.
Okay, look, but I can get you a Woods later. Give me the safety later.
Again, I think we have our top 3 safeties.
Yeah.
Donovan Wilson, I didn't even name. We have our top
later.
4 safeties on the roster.
I'll get you a safety later. I am going with Greg
Who's the safety? Who's the 3 safeties?
We'll go.
So we have Jaron Curse, Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker. So we have our top 3 safeties.
We didn't say Hooker was going to be
Just
your
keep it.
I asked you before. To be clear, I asked you.
I
said, did we
got rid of.
I'm out. I voted. I lost. I fought in the
Greg
war room.
Dulcich is the pick.
Yes, I fought in the war room. I banged the table. I lost.
Yeah. That's the
Damn
card
it. Hey, y'all clip this and remember, I said safety. Nah, it's all good. Look, and I love Dulcich. I love him as a prospect as well. Just, hey, man, ain't no fun. We don't argue.
This was about being in the war room.
So Brian said Woods and Turner are there next round. They very well may be, but we don't know that because we're doing it as if we're an NFL team.
That part.
We don't know who's there. So we're just taking who we have available and making a decision with the best knowledge we have the second, which may be completely different the next day of the draft or the next round of the draft.
Damn it, I lost my guy Woods. Damn it.
I was going to be there next round.
Yep.
Whatever. So are the safeties. Who's there?
Wait, did they just take them? They just take them? Hold on, let's see.
Yeah.
We're good. So let's go to safety. Get my guy.
Did we gamble?
Leon O'Neal. You have Yusuf Porker. You have Marquise Bell.
Okay. Yeah.
But Dominic says we need edge. You can consider the edge. Right?
But what for Kentucky there?
Huh?
What for Kentucky there? Edge?
Hey, okay. I know where I'm going already with this pick, but I'll let you guys take a look at it.
Oh. Listen, okay. All right, okay. Okay. Best available. Let's go. Let's take a look. I can't see my screen. I'm like, look.
I'm ready for a Camber pick. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah, I know
I'm
where I'm going.
Camber.
We just got the Camber pick. What do you mean? We just got the Camber. Look, she.
I
literally
know. I
slid
like
it
the way
in.
she picks.
Look,
I like her
she-
mindset.
But here's
so I'm
what she
pulling
did.
for Camber
She
to keep
slid
making
it
our picks.
in
Yeah.
and let
crushing it.
everybody argue, and she won. You
I
gotta
know.
watch Camber. She's slick.
She is.
All right, go ahead, Camber. Floor is yours.
All right.
Hey. Trying to get my screen to catch up here. I've got a little
A
lag.
little delayed. A little lag.
It's okay.
I got a little lag going.
Let's recap what we picked so far for everybody in the chat as Camber's catching up. So we went linebacker. Run them down for us.
We went N'Kobe Dean,
N'Kobe
linebacker,
Dean.
Georgia. Sky Moore, wide receiver.
Yes.
We went with Jamari Sawyer, guard,
No.
tackle, flex. And
Yes.
then we went with our tight end, Dulcich. That's who we've taken so far.
Ball.
Now we're in round 5.
We're round 5.
Yep.
Ooh.
Andrew, I
Can we
so love that pick.
double
I
dip-
don't think the
double
Cowboys
dip
will
here?
touch him right now because there's so much uncertainty on what's going on with this court case. But he is going to participate in this pro day for Georgia, which is a big thing for him. But when you have the R word and 2 allegations,
Who's
they're
that?
not touching him in the draft. Adam Anderson.
Wow. No,
He was a top
no,
15
no.
pick. He would have probably been your first edge rusher. Maybe not first because Thibodeau, but he would have been up there with Hutchinson and Thibodeau in terms of pass rushers. But with what's going on, he won't be drafted.
See, to me, we're in round 5.
We haven't.
In round 5. Yeah.
This is like
We're round
this is
5.
where the
We
Cowboys
haven't
would
touched
look at.
defensive line yet, have we?
Well, exactly, Cam.
Inside.
Because see, we're in round 5. This is where I think the Cowboys would like to go to a 1 tech.
Yeah,
If it's
that's
available.
where
I see
I'm
2
at.
of them I like too.
I'm
Two of
at
them.
Otito and I'm at
Okay.
Marquand McCall right here.
Yeah.
You also still have Neil
Those are the
Farrell
wrong 2.
Jr. as
Those
well.
are the wrong
too.
2.
Oh, I like McCall. I do like McCall.
So what's funny about McCall is last year when we drafted Bo and I was watching film, I
Yeah.
kept thinking McCall
Right.
was Bo
Yeah.
and being
Yeah.
super excited and then realizing Bo was the other guy and then be like, oh, that was still a good play. I actually like him
Right.
better as a prospect, so I'll say that. But I love Neil Farrell right there. I think his
Yeah.
value, I mean, if you look at where they graded him or they rank him, he's 78, so it's a tremendous value in the 5th round if he's still there.
Yeah.
1 techniques do fall.
Yeah, they do.
He gives you some size and bulk that we don't have there. Gives you that long-term option and stability on the defensive line. I think he makes a lot of sense there, but at the same time, there's 2 or 3 other defensive tackles that are still going to be there next round. So I don't know.
I like you here though, but boy, I
I like
like
it
you
too.
because
Yeah,
you got a
it's-
little
I feel like that
and-
value of the
and-
Cowboys
and
and
Jose
LSU
just-
Like
guy.
value-wise.
Jose just brought up a valid point.
Jose, what'd he say?
I mean, he kind of did it in a joking manner, but we did take Josh Ball last year.
I'm not
Kinda
doing that.
Had some issues,
Nah.
you know.
No, I'm
so
good.
you could go with Anderson and just get your guy, and get that value.
It's one of that's a you have to really trust your scouting department with that
Right.
pick if you draft him. That's a guy if he's an undrafted free agent, you have no problem taking a flyer on. But if you're spending a draft pick, even a 5th round pick,
Yeah, especially
you're the team that drafted the guy with the R word.
Right.
If
Yeah.
it doesn't go your way. So you have to really trust that your team did his due diligence. And again, I would love him. I think he's literally a top 15 talent in this draft. But with that, I don't think you can draft him.
Not in round 5. At best, round 7 for me.
A player we haven't
I'm
talked
sorry.
about, Zaquandre Wright.
Yeah.
Zaquandre White, sorry. Running back from South Carolina. He has good size, a lot
Yeah.
more shifty and speedy than what you think.
Not here.
I'm just saying, just throwing it out
Not
there.
here.
We have
I
Zeke,
know.
probably not back next year. We
Yeah,
have
not here.
Pollard, free agent next year.
Yeah, not
Don't
happening.
have a
You
lot
got
of options at
Dowdle.
running back.
You got
so just
Dowdle,
throwing it out there.
Hasty, all that. No.
Just
No.
throwing it out
Sorry.
there.
I'm with. Look,
Let me ask
and
you-
Professor, I'm not mad at you. That ain't Stephen Jones. That ain't Stephen.
Is Logan Hall and Winfrey Paracone
They're
gone?
gone. Oh, they've been gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I would take Farrell here if I was picking, but I
So-
feel like I've made a lot of picks. So I'll defer to you guys this pick.
I'm going.
What about John Ridgeway?
He might be there. Maybe he would be a good
okay.
pick.
I like him.
Ridge was another
I
one.
do
Yeah.
like him.
Shout out to Noah Ellis, by the way, captain in Noah Ellis train, party of 1. Just throwing it out there.
Well, it
Luther
can't be
Ellis,
party of
former
1.
defensive
It
tackle.
can't. It
See, and
can't
I've
be,
got-
no,
I've
it
got
can't be
an
party
edge
one because
for,
somebody
like-
else already said it. It's party of 2.
I have
Party
an
of 2.
edge
Party
for
of
like the 7th that I think it's really overlooked, and only because he got moved around a couple position, and it's Myron Tagliavoda Amosa from Notre Dame.
Okay. Yeah.
But he's a late,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's getting looked at like he should be.
See, you're
So-
right.
So,
I got you.
So we would need to take him next round then, right? Because we don't have a 7th, right? We have a 6th, I think.
Yeah, we got a
Oh, we
6.
don't
So,
have
but
seven.
I think
if you
right
like
here,
him, he's a guy you could take a flyer on. Definitely next round. Take him
right here, it has to be. Look, if there's a safety available, cool. If not, it's a 1 tech here. To me, look, you could tease me with a running back, and I'm not against that, Professor O, but I don't think this is where they're going to sit at. Is what I think. I think right here screams about and remember, Bohanna was what, 6th round last year?
right.
Like, so we kind of know that, we kind of understand that Dan Quinn values those big bodies, and I think at this point, especially without the 7th round pick, this would be where, and we're looking how the board fell, and we look at the guys that are available. To me, the value here is that the 1 tech outside of everything else. If I'm wrong, or you have somebody else, cool, I'm good with that. I'm saying for me, I just kind of look at him like, hey, this, to me, it screams 1 tech here at the 5th round position.
So
Yeah.
if we go 1 tech, do we have a short list that we're deciding between? Because I like Noah Ellis, super strong, super stout. He actually had an elite run stop grade. He had the highest in the defensive tackle class. He offers basically nothing from pass rush, I should say. And then we have Neil Farrell, who was also super high in the run stop rate, but does offer something in the pass rushing game. So if I was looking at it, I would say it's between McCall and Farrell there.
I'm at McCall for this pick. Going into defense.
Yeah, I would be.
But
too.
I also like
yeah, let's
Otito
go.
Agbanya too, because he can play nose and also 3 tech as well. So,
Man,
but
I'll throw it out there. I'll throw it out there just to take my L. I'm an Ellis guy. I am.
No, his dad was
I'm an Ellis.
an NFL Pro Bowler. This dude
I'm an Ellis
signed
guy
with
'cause
Mississippi State
I don't.
and then backed
I,
out to go to Idaho
Right.
with his dad because his dad was a defensive line coach.
And here's
He had
my-
offers from
and-
Alabama, Oregon,
Yeah.
Auburn,
Here's
all
my
over.
reason.
Oklahoma. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying, and my reasoning why is, I feel like enough guys at defensive tackle to rush.
right.
I need a run stopper, and I know Brett Urban wasn't a right. Let's be clear, wasn't a go get the quarterback guy. But I watched how this running defense went down once he left. I'm an Ellis guy. I'm not against anybody else. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm an Ellis guy. But for the board, I'm good. Either one. I just want a big body, so I'm okay here.
I'm going with McCall. That's my pick.
Yeah, it's your channel. Fuck you. And look, and he does. And look, and to your point,
I'm totally fine with that pick.
he gives you more versatility.
Yeah.
Facts, super facts, and I'm not mad at that.
Camber?
So look, as long as we're getting a big body here, I'm with y'all. I don't know
Big
who
body?
y'all want, but let's go.
All right. Send the card.
Put it in, run it in. Oh, I'm running.
I just want to say, I'm proud of the
Hold on,
chat, by
run
the
it
way.
in.
This
Let's go.
party of 2 has at least doubled in size because I see we got our guy Albert, we got
Yeah.
Garrett on the board.
Yeah.
So this Ellis train
And
is,
again,
is building momentum.
and
And
here
there
we are.
went,
And let's
there
be
went
clear.
Anderson.
Just think about in short yardage situations, taking a 3 tech off the field, and you put McCall or Ellis right
Hey.
there next to Big Bo, just say
Right.
you are not running in the middle. It's
And here's
done.
the other thing too.
Middle is off limits.
To J Tuck's point, making the ultimate call. I'm not saying it can be Chris Jones, but boy, there are things there about him, and I know Tuck didn't talk about it, but I know Tuck's thinking it. I've done enough shows with him. There's opportunity how he plays to run with the pass rush that he can be a Chris Jones light, and boy, that's got to excite you. Like, again, late pick or whatever, but there's traits there that can be developed. Yes, the value.
All right. So here
On
I'm
both
going
sides.
back to safety, and my pick is.
Oh, I don't want to say nothing. Yep, yeah, I'm done here. I'm
I
good.
do like the other
Yeah, go ahead.
Kentucky safety, Yusuf Corker would be a good pick
Yeah,
too.
you have
But yeah,
Yusuf
I'm
Corker, right.
I'm good there.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
good
I
here. No.
Camber.
Camber, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, fine.
Pardon me?
Tuck's sending in cards, man. Very
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now. Hey, look, if we're talking about the 6th round,
We're on
and
safety?
he's there, and that's
On
what we get in the
safety?
6th round,
Yeah.
I have no argument.
I got
I've been
it.
argumentative of the last 3 rounds. I have no argument here.
I feel like you.
Oh, if we're going safety, I'm on O'Neal Jr.
Oh no! All right, boom. They
Run it
know.
in. Hold on, run it in. I'm running it up.
Run it in. Putting the card in.
Hey man, if he's there in the 6th round, hey man, we should be
Right.
overly ecstatic as a fan base if he's there. So yeah, no, I'm there with that. Yeah, let's go.
So Brad Hawkins, that was there from Michigan. I did quite a bit of watching him. I'm just throwing it out there. He does not make any plays on the ball at all. He is a special teams player at the next level, and that's what he's going to do. So if you draft him, just letting you know, don't get excited and say, oh, he played in Michigan, he's got to be good. He's good. He's super safe.
Yeah, McCall's like 380. 380.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the last pick, I believe, in the 6th round.
Oh, we got another pick. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a tight end, Cole Turner still left. Let's see.
They might double up a tight end. I'm just saying, with
When-
what we
hey,
have,
when
they
do we
may
find-
consider that.
Brother.
When do we find out about our comp picks? No,
April.
what's
I
our date
think.
on that? No,
I
because
think
we
it's
get
some.
we get the one for Quinn, right?
It's like the end of March, early April. We find out about the comp picks, somewhere
Okay.
around in there.
Okay.
Cole Turner's still available.
Like for this
Fortner's
year.
available. So, Matt Araiza, we're not going to draft a punter. Dude's absolutely insane.
Oh,
He's the only
Right
punter
there.
I would tell you to watch his highlights.
I would
He's
draft
Is
him.
my guy
insane.
Dickerson available? I know a lot of people give me some pushback on him from
Camber, what'd you say?
Texas.
Out of Texas.
Oh.
No, I would totally draft that punter.
I'm
I
just
would
assuming we're
Cameron
bringing
Dicker.
Anger back after what he did, but yeah, Araiza's absolutely insane.
Can I draft Dicker here? Can I?
There's
Can I
Dicker.
I
draft
consider the pin.
No, you
Actually,
can't.
Cade Mays.
Why not?
Cade Mays on the list is a player I would consider too.
My
can't
pick, I would go with just
Cam,
another
I can't
pass
draft Dicker.
rusher. I would go with Kyron Johnson. out of- Even though he's a little bit light, he can play linebacker, but he's also can get pressure, man. High motor guy. He stood out in the Senior Bowl. I
Did
would
you-
go with Kyron Johnson, but I'll let y'all pick the
Sorry.
last pick.
So you said a little position flex there with him? Is that what you just told
Position
me?
flex. Yeah, he play
Oh,
and
I
linebacker.
mean-
So
I mean,
and
they love
since
it
Nick
here.
thinks we're at 3-4, that's kind of gonna
I mean,
yeah.
4-3 under, big bodies. It's not a 3-4, but damn it, how many times you just see old Parsons just right there next to daggum D-Law at times or whatever. I mean,
Right.
you know,
Someone says go ham and get a kicker, man. I would be opposed.
Dicker.
No, I'm
There it goes.
I'm
State
taking the
kicker.
punter. I'm taking that punter.
We have a
No, we just re-signed Anger.
We don't. We have not signed Anger. He is
I know,
not
I'm just saying, just
our
resign
So,
him.
punter.
real quick, if you don't mind, Andrew asked what running backs are available. So if you don't mind pulling that up, just so we can take a
But
look.
Camber,
You said
if we don't
running
re-sign
back?
Anger, what are
Yeah,
we
what
really
running
talking
backs?
about here? Do you want Anger? I know you want Anger back. We talked about this before.
Yeah,
I want
Hassan
Anger back.
Haskins,
Absolutely, but
Ron Ely out of Ole Miss. Little light. Light on the guy.
I mean, you should bring Corey Clement back and be okay if you want to do that.
I mean, we're not gonna run the damn ball anyway. So.
Yeah.
So I'll just throw my 2 cents out. You guys, I will concede the pick to whoever you guys want to go.
right.
I don't think they would walk away from Luke Fortner here. Being
Center?
in 6
Right?
rounds,
Oh, is
still
he
falling
still
there.
on the board?
He's still. I don't think there's any chance they would walk away from him
Oh
right now.
yeah.
oh,
Is he
he's
on the
still
board?
Yeah, he's still on the board. Look
Oh.
Oh, then it's Fortner.
Run it up. Yeah, no, I didn't know he was on the board.
I was just passing
still.
it off there so you guys. can
Holy
but yeah,
shit.
there's no way they would not take him if he was there.
right. I agree. Here's your,
Uh,
you got your
think-
center and you got your guard and swing tackle.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, guys, this
Bro.
was a A+ draft. for
Thank
me.
God.
I love this.
Thank God he's still there. Holy crap.
Right.
I didn't know. We were just kind of kicking ideas
Fortner
around.
pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's
Yeah.
more
Alright.
than absolutely.
So PFF has him ranked 94th. He's there at
I
201
mean-
for our pick. So I mean,
No.
there's no way they would walk away from him.
Take him.
Woo! See Will McClay. See what a few margaritas can do. Like, yeah, it's easy draft, man. Easy money. Easy
I
money.
switched it up. Finished the margarita, so now I'm on.
Yeah,
IPA
I mean,
water.
Oh, that's
some
a good
420
one.
in there.
I'm
It
probably
is,
need
yeah.
to
I
go-
mean,
I'm probably need to get some.
we turn it in. We're at the pool. We're having a good time.
been
You know
at-
what I mean?
I've been at the pool, man. By the time this pick.
I just want to throw it out there too. The reason we do this and get 4 different people is because all of us we're all on the same page. We want the Cowboys to be as successful as possible.
Right.
But we all have different opinions, just like you guys do in the chat. We were capping for Luke Fortner in round 3.
Right.
He fell to round 6. You never know what's going to happen in the draft. We
Right.
changed the what do they call it? The craziness factor, whatever they call it on PFF.
Right.
Whatever. Randomness factor. Because we know things are going to change. You never know what's going to be available. So.
Right. All right. So
No,
let's
that's
sum
true.
it up. All right. So our
we go.
first margarita in Mock's draft, we have N'Kobe Dean. Then we took in the second round Sky Moore. Then we had Jamari Salyer. We took Greg Dulcich, Palmer Carr, Leon O'Neal Jr., and Luke Fortner.
It's a lot of beef. I'm just saying we got some big
Size.
bodies
We got
there.
physical.
I
We
like
got
Right.
physical. Yeah, we got
Let's
physical in the
get
draft.
physical.
Caleb wants to hire us to do the draft.
Physical.
Yeah.
I want to get physical.
Physical.
I want to do it from the yacht.
I'm
I
gonna
want to
need
be
you all
on
to
the
wear
yacht.
headbands when you're singing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm good with. So overall, I'm gonna start with you, Camber. Before we let everybody know where they can find you, but go ahead and give your grade on this draft.
Oh, I'm gonna give us. We're a solid A-
A
on
minus.
this one. Yep. And
Alright.
you can find me on Twitter at TOO_MuchCamber. And like we hinted, we might have something in the works that y'all find out soon.
Absolutely. Professor O, let them know where they can find you and what's your grade on this draft.
So you can find me on Cowboys Wire. You can find me on Star Gang. You can find me on something that we may talk about in the future, which I'm excited about. Also, CFO affiliate. Shout out to
Oh, yeah.
Our guy
A
Tuck.
to Z mod
A to
as
Z
well.
Sports. Yeah, so I'm a mod at A to Z Sports with Sky. I just want to say real quick on that note. So every time I see your Catboy Cup, Sky has the thing where he remixed the Bad Boys song. to Catboy. What you gonna do? So every time I see you sip, that's what pops in my head. So I will now think of his song with a mental image of your cup, and it's the perfect thing for me. So yeah, this draft, we landed 3 starters, and we landed a guy who's gonna be our tight end too, who's basically a starter. So I love this draft. It's at least an A for me.
Perfect. Knicks.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give this draft a B.
Okay.
A B.
Why a B?
How
What's
dare
your
you?
favorite
First of all, how dare you?
A B. Because as this is going to be a recurring thing moving forward, I think all of us here can do better. Now,
Right,
as
yeah.
things happen, free agency, whatever,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we can lock in and do better. I love this draft though. Look,
Yeah.
right now we have as my guy as I climb down, it ain't Jay Tuck, it's 2 Tuck Margarita Cowboyritas. But I think as we move forward, I think it will get better. So I don't want to start us out too high. Because
Yeah.
I think as we move forward every Friday, I think we'll actually zone in and get better. But I don't look on the back door that if this was the draft, I think everybody Cowboys Nation should be very happy about it. I do believe that. But with that being said, I think it's a good start for us. I think it's a B. Shout out to everybody in the chat that came through. I think we'll get better. Yeah, I said it. I think we'll get better.
I'll say this too. I don't think this is a realistic draft at all for the Cowboys. Even though we tried our best.
Yeah.
We
realistically the what was on the board. Oh.
Well, we did, but at the same time, we essentially checked off all the major needs, and teams don't always draft that way because obviously they have the supreme advantage of having free agency where they check some of those off. We're going as of right now, March 4th. Some of these positions we took may not even be a consideration next month. So as of right now, I love it. But a month from now, I might be like, we probably could have went a different direction on some of those picks we went.
The one thing I did love is this.
But I love the draft right now. Today, March
like-
4th, A+.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we've done, going back to last year, Tuck, 6 hour. We only did a couple hours tonight. Thank God. We've kind of honed ourselves in.
Yeah, we execute
more
a lot better
precise, if you will.
Right.
And what we've done is fun. I can't wait to do it again next Friday. And you got to tune back in to see what we do next week. And maybe we don't do random because we understand, like, as we get closer and all the information happens, these mock drafts get much better
Right.
about what's available, what's not, and that makes it much harder on our end with a particular scope. So it's going to be fun. And what y'all saw this week is amazing and it's cool, and we had a good time. You got to tune back in to see what happens next week. So there's the teaser.
Yeah, and it's gonna be all different. It's gonna be different next week. But
Next week, I guarantee.
Professor O. I'm gonna pull a Professor O, and I'm bringing me my Huskies hat because I got some dogs.
Yeah.
I have some dogs.
I would be A-okay if we end up going with Gordon or McDuffie. If somehow they fall in our lap, I would not walk away from that pick.
Listen, for everybody in the chat, here's why you listen to me. We have a Husky, we have a Bulldog, and we have a Seminole fan in here. Your guy Nix, I'm this guy. I ain't got no call. I ain't got nobody in the fight. I just look at him in the right way.
Let's just
y'all are compromised. I'm not compromised, but
in my mock drafts, I very rarely take Georgia players because the Cowboys over the last 30 years just refuse to take SEC guys unless they're from LSU. They just don't take them. So I'm just
here we go. We look, and I'm sorry, J-Tech. I know last draft. It's our fault.
Oh, it's happened numerous times. It's happened to me 3 times. And it's just like, and I'm not doing it anymore. Like, I sat out there in the blistering cold in the middle of Chicago in 2016 in a Florida State Seminole hat and a Jalen Ramsey jersey because I just knew he was going to come right to us. And I punched the glass window. Like, I'm just done with it. I'm over it. So I don't want to hear no Jermaine Johnson talk. Like,
I'm just telling you guys.
Here's the thing. We're going to draft Jermaine Johnson. It's going to take me a while to be like, oh, wait, we did it.
If you want to know who Tuck's guys are going to, just take a look at the Chargers.
Yeah.
The Chargers are going to take Tuck's picks.
I know Jermaine Johnson.
Last year, Tuck was like Slater, Asante Samuel Jr. This year, it's going to be whoever Tuck likes. It'll be Kenyon Green and somehow Jermaine Johnson will fall to them in the second round. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
No, Trey McBride's gonna go to the Chargers. Like,
I know that pain. Elijah Molden was sitting right there. And they take Nashawn Wright that's supposed to go in the 6th.
Yeah.
I am feeling good, Albert. I'm actually ordering some food, man. That's what I'm doing. I haven't eaten yet today.
So, Camber, what was your grade? And Tuck, I want to hear your grade. What do you guys think of this draft? As of March 4th, obviously we don't know what will happen in the next few weeks.
Right.
Oh, I mean, like how you broke it down. I'm getting a solid A- on this one. Like you said, we've got some starters, we've got a backup. You know, to get Fortner when we did, you know, that equates a lot to like the Jabril Cox pick that who thought he was going to be there, and we ended up getting him. So yeah, solid.
Fortner there feels very much like a pick where they had no intention of taking him in that round, but when they saw him, they were like, "Oh, that's our pick. There it is."
Right.
Yeah. But, hey, I appreciate you guys for coming on. We absolutely killed it.
No. You didn't give us your grade.
I was gonna say I give this draft an A.
Yeah. I mean, especially you missed it. He asked us already. We ran around.
Yeah,
I gave the low grade.
I feel like you didn't go.
Okay. With that being said, I'll tell you what. With that being said, for everybody that's in the chat, you know what? I know it's 9:45 Central Time. I low key, since Tuck drugged me back in, I got shit else to do. And we get up out of here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run another damn space.
Where's space? Follow him on Twitter.
Space. I'm gonna run a Twitter. Hey, look, your _guy_Nix NIX. Come follow me over there. I'm just gonna launch another Twitter space about Cowboys in general. Come through, talk. Over here, you get to comment. Come over there, and you can comment and get on the mic and talk whatever. And I'm gonna run that for a little bit, and we'll have a good time there. But of course, going forward, as you tell everybody about this time, Marks and Mocks every Friday at 8 p.m.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do margaritas and mocks. We're gonna have a fun time. But I think this is what happens. It's like sparring sessions, right? And we get better and better and better. People forget the draft is not damn near until pretty much May, right? So by the time we get to Vegas, like this is gonna be like boom, boom, boom. We're gonna know. So it's like open conversations with people who are extremely intelligent about the draft. Everybody in the chat is on point, man. This is what I love the most about draft season. It pulls us together. And next week, y'all, we're gonna have a brand new look on this channel. I'm excited to bring that out to you guys. It's gonna be fun. So you gotta comment.
Well, look there. He's got a little something. We got a little something.
Yeah.
If you don't tune back in, you're gonna find out.
You're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out. We're about to go to a whole nother level, man. So you got.
I just want to give Tuck a quick plug because he is amazing at what he does. He's also a humble guy, and that's amazing. Great attribute to have. But Tuck has been absolutely killing it with his draft prospects. Killing it. The guys that you're hearing about now or last week, we talked about in January. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. There's some guys that you have not watched that you're going to see on his channel and be like, wow, why is no one else talking about him? And then in a few weeks, everybody will be talking about him. So I'm just saying.
Hold on,
and if you see the list of guys he's still going through, you have no idea. You subscribe to this channel. I'm just saying.
Oh, never mind the fact he even dropped it. I'll drop it for him. He ain't going to say I'll drop it for him. I mean, man's out there in Kansas City on ESPN AM. I'm just letting y'all know right now.
That's what he did before this. Before he started
he was literally doing the radio spot out there for ESPN.
Yeah, so you guys can catch me on WAB 810 Radio here in Kansas City, ESPN Radio, Kansas City. I'm gonna start posting a link.
Where can we find you?
It's on 810 WHB Radio, ESPN Kansas City. So I just did a show. Yeah, so I always say mute the mainstream, but don't mute it when I'm on it. Right. So I'll be on tomorrow morning from 8 to 10 a.m. I'll post that link, and then Sunday I'll be on another show, Sunday morning show, with my guy Darren Smith and also Michael Coleman. So it's a good time, good opportunity. We're talking football, talking basketball, all baseball, all sorts of stuff, man. But it's due a testament to everybody on this channel, also in the chats, and everyone shows me support, man. I cannot say that enough. It's still crazy, like, I'm here and I didn't even expect to be that. So, it's just a good experience.
Hey.
So.
Tuck launched this channel in 2020, right? Due to COVID.
The dream.
And was like, yeah, this is a good opportunity.
My first video was about us going back to the draft, right? One of my very first draft videos was my prediction the Cowboys drafting CeeDee Lamb and what my reaction was going to be. So, kind of a thing I do.
Yeah. But again, and as Professor O said earlier, super humble guy. Like we have our chat, we talk a lot and everything else. And I know he wasn't going to say shit about this. No, I'm going to, as O did, we're going to campaign and everything else. Again, as he said, be the mainstream unless he's on. That's fine. But again, understand all this that has happened has pushed him to another level, and it matters, and it's great, and we're appreciative. You know what I mean? In general. And with that being said, Tuck, man, I appreciate you. We have had very long talks at times, 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. Oh my God, the sun's coming up. Let's go to sleep.
Right.
Jesus Christ, the whole 9. But man, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
And you've earned it.
Appreciate it. Everybody. Yeah. Everybody earned it, man. That's what I enjoy seeing the most people just making opportunities for themselves. But day 2 of the draft, y'all ain't getting no draft content from me. You boys have to pull up kill.
But
catch us in Vegas. Yeah. Better catch us in Vegas. That's where we're going to be.
We will all be there, and we will be live that first night.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, I know Tuck. I know he fully plans on being at that pool. But when round 1 doesn't go the way he's thinking, and one of his guys is still available, he's gonna be right back there. No, right? What's the famous quote from Al Pacino? Like, you thought you were gone, and now you're right back in. Or whatever.
Day one, I'm locked in the draft. We'll be out there at the stadium doing all the fun stuff, giving y'all content. Day 2, I already got my cabana booked. I already got everything. I'm already set. So,
we gotta spin a rack, right? Is that what it was? We gotta spin a rack.
Might be a little bit higher. But
we'll figure it out. Hey man, look, real quick before you get your sign off. Hey man, appreciate everybody rocking with us. Man, we enjoy it and everything else. Again, we're gonna go back over here to this Twitter space. Yeah. And moving forward, we're gonna do this a lot. Thank y'all so much. Tuck, my man. Salute.
Hey, appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, comment, like, subscribe, share. People getting freaked out about the change, man. We are going to still do Dallas Cowboys content. It's just going to look different. It's going to look different. Because as y'all see, I had Vikings fans in the chat. I had a few Chargers fans. So I don't want to have it as gated as Cowboys fans on like a gated community. I want all fans to embrace it because we do good content.
Announcement?
Yeah, we're going to be CFO Sports moving forward. So like I said, it's going to be a different look. CFO Sports. We're going to provide content, primarily Dallas Cowboys content, but we'll be able to branch out and do other things. I'm gonna have guests. I already have guests lined up from Florida State, college player, like all sorts of different things that's just not tied to Cowboys because it can get a little dry. So we're gonna have some fun on this channel. So definitely turn it up a notch, and it's what it's all about, providing content to the community. So
I just want to say, so Tuck is on ESPN doing radio in Kansas City. He's going to know who the Kansas City guys are. We have Vikings fans in the chat. If we get more of the NFL community, we may have one of these days where you make the pick for your team. We'll have a real mock draft where it's not just players falling to the Cowboys, it's guys getting taken by other teams based on their needs. So definitely tune in. Make sure you subscribe and follow because he's going to be able to do that, and you're not going to find that elsewhere. Yeah. No one else is doing that. Check out CFO Sports.
Peace. Everyone stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and pour another margarita.
And go to Twitter Space.
And Nick's
we'll see what happens.
Twitter Space. Peace.